I am Shannon. I'm a species at risk biologist and I work with Island Nature Trust. I work to protect a number of species at risk on PEI across different ecosystems. We work to protect piping plover, bank swallow, barn swallow, bobolink, and a number of forest birds. We're here at low tide today because the mud flats at Trackety Beach are a really great spot to see some migrating shorebirds. I loved animals as a child, and I just always wanted to work with animals in some capacity. And then as I got older and learned more about whole ecosystems and plants and the importance of protecting and respecting and loving the wildlife around us. And honestly, it's about being outside, and it's about doing work each and every day that I love to do. There are different coastal ecosystems on PEI. We have our North Shore, typical beach dune ecosystem. We have rocky intertidal ecosystems like we see on the South Shore, so the more rocky beaches backed by our red sandstone cliffs. And then we have salt marshes and bogs, and those are a part of our coastal ecosystems as well. They serve so many different functions. They're home to a lot of different plants and animals, but they also serve to protect the inland portion of our island. So they provide flood protection, they provide water filtration, they protect against erosion and storm surges. Critically important to protecting PEI. I think we're all really well aware as we face climate change and increasingly powerful winter storms and more tropical storms and even hurricanes. They come up along the coast and they hit our coastline. We are seeing an increasing amount of development along the coastline. If you look at the coastline along the eastern United States, it is almost entirely hard armored. Big hotels, big condos right on the beach. And in order to protect that infrastructure, they hard armor it. So they use that rock armoring or even concrete. The coastline on PEI is our wildest ecosystem. We don't have huge swaths of forests the way that other provinces do. We don't have, huge lakes and untouched wetlands. We do still have a relatively wild coast, and it is host to a lot of animals and wildlife and needs our protection. If you try to imagine for a second a world without birdsong, you try to imagine going to the beach without the sound of gulls calling. We're so used to it, it's one of those things we take for granted, but it's a really sad thing to try to imagine it. We've already lost an enormous number of our birds in the world, and it's already a lot more quiet than it used to be. Most of the threats to the coastline are us. Some of the threats are large scale, like climate change, but some of them are much smaller scale. If we leave litter and plastic behind on the beach, it ends up in the ocean and often gets eaten by animals. A simple act like keeping our dogs on leash can reduce threats to wildlife at the beach. Let's say you make a path, you walk through the dune instead of using the boardwalk. Doing that just 10 times can kill the marram grass. Marram grass is an incredible plant. We take it for granted, we see it everywhere. But like so many plants, the magic in the plant is not what's happening above ground, it's what's happening below ground. Marram grass has an amazing root system that goes down many feet, and it's like a web. It's the marram grass and the other vegetation, and we're learning more and more now about the fungal network that all help hold that dune in place. They're the only thing holding the dune in place. So if we kill the grass, we kill the other plants, we don't have a dune. Just learn a little bit about the ecosystem you're going into, whether it's a forest or a beach or a wetland. Take a few minutes before you go and learn about who lives there, whose home are you going into, what animals might you hear or see signs of. If we take a few minutes and learn about them and learn how amazing they are and learn to love them, then I think we're more inspired to want to protect them.